when it ain't no other one, you heard? Listen, man, right now we getting into Cuffy Gatling's co-defendant. We getting into Lorenzo Gibbs, okay? So this is going to be a little bit of a Lorenzo Gibbs case read, all right? So if you've been following this case, you know what I'm saying, you've been following the Big Meech, Tammy Cowins, Cuffy Gatlings, and all this whole case that's been going on right now, then this is what be going on. We see everybody's becoming really redundant on this whole case. You know what I mean? Some people saying Big Meech is a snitch. Now we got people saying Cuffy's a snitch. Me personally, I never call either one of them a rat. And I think we got to be really, really careful on calling people a rat. You know what I'm saying? Unless you see the paperwork to back it. You know what I'm saying? Meech's case is supposed to be a third-party cooperation situation, so therefore nothing can be determined definitively. Okay? Yes, the paperwork looks shaky on certain parts. We understand that Tammy Cowins is the person that implicated Meech in all said things. Okay? Did Meech know or not? That's a whole nother question. That's what I'm saying. We could think, speculate, guess, but none of us could say for sure that we know what Meech knew at certain points. When did he know? That's the whole point. If he knew, obviously he knew at some point. But when did he know is the whole question. You feel me? So that's what we're dealing with the Big Meech and the Tammy, all right? So we understand in Big Meech's case, all right? So if you're following my channel, right, you know I've been going through a walkthrough, right? So it's not about my opinion. I got the paperwork of everything and I deal with the paperwork, not my opinion. The paperwork is a person as well. The paperwork must always be interjected into any conversation that's had. If you and me are having a conversation, you and me talking, you're like, yo, son, I seen this, I heard this. And I'm like, yo, word, I heard this, I heard that. Then we look at the paper, and if we don't see the shit there, then we get the fuck that out of our head and forget about that because that's not there, so that's called speculation, and we lean in our own mind into the case. You see what I'm saying? When we have DEA federal documents that's stating everything that happened and people testified in court, the sworn affidavits and all that. So why do we have to speculate when people already said what they said and it's court sworn public records that's out there? You see what I'm saying? So therefore, I've been going into a lot, right? So when we get into Tammy Cowins, all right, we understand that she's with 50. You understand that she's with the BMF series and all that. We get that, right? We understand that she had Big Meech's life rights and the role in his life rights and all of that. We understand Tammy's role in all that, right? We understand the connection she had to Big Meech. So we get that. We understand after the setup, because she did set Cuffy up. We understand that after the setup, we understand that Cuffy and 3 other defendants were in his case. So it's 4 defendants in Cuffy Gatling's case, right? It's Cuffy Gatling, Dion Cuffy Gatling. It's Timothy Rush, who I did a little bit of Timothy Rush the other day. You got to go check it. And I did some this morning, yesterday. I did it during the mid-morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got an upload that just went up at 1 o'clock just now. I just did an upload that just went up from last night's live that I did. I took down the live, but I put up part of it as an upload. I didn't give you part. I give you an hour and a half of it. And then the next part is only a half an hour, and I'll give you that probably later. So I didn't clout chase you and say, I'm going to stretch the video, wait to the next part. No, I gave you an hour and a half of that. So cool. I'm live now, so we're going to be live now after this. Go check that out and get timed up with some of this case, because I also went into the OIG investigation, which is a separate investigation that was had because of the involvement of Special Agent Keith Cromer and Tammy's sexual relationship, and Tammy receiving upwards of 200 and something thousand, 211,000 supposedly, of money without giving the feds no actionable information that gave them cause to action on some seizures or do any things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we understand all that in the case. You feel me? Boom. So we got Lorenzo, we got all of them. You feel me? Right? So boom. So now I went into some of that. I've been going to the Terry White, right? Because there's a connection in all of this, right? Regardless of any connection, they have one connection, Tammy. Tammy was the main source of information in Terry White's case. She was the first person, basically on paper, she took down, was her ex-lover, person she was with. Terry was getting money. When they took him down, they took around 5 cars from him, houses, all types of shit. Terry turned out to be a rat, though, since like 9-3, supposedly, whatever the case may be. Not supposedly, it's what he said, and he testified in court. So if you are what you are, you are what you are. You know what I mean? If you're not, you're not, you're not, you're not. Boom, right? So we went through all of that. Feel me? Boom. So I'm just briefing y'all a little bit before I'm about to start reading some Lorenzo to y'all. That's what I'm about to do. I'm just updating some people because some people are going to come into this video and don't know what the hell we talking about if I just start reading. So I can't do that. So just Just bear with me for like a couple more minutes, 2 more minutes. And let me just brief the people, bring them up. Boom. So now so I went into the Terry. So really, realistically now, where you got me at today, where you meet me at in my channel, is making a lot of connections between Cuffy's case and Terry's case, because there's a lot of similarities there. One of the similarities, major similarities and key points, is that all of the defendants in Cuffy case and the defendant, which is Terry White, are highly criticizing and attacking Tammy as a credible source and as a reliable informant. In Terry's case, she's CI1, which is cooperating individual, number one, because she's not getting paid and she's not signed up. Give me a light. It's cold outside, it's New York, right? Because she's not getting paid in this New York, right? Let's go. So she's not getting paid or whatever. So when she signs up is after Jack Harvey retires and hands her to Keith Cromer, and then she signs up and now she's being paid. Jack Harvey gave her $55,000 as a reward just because her being 95% of the case and her being so beneficial to the case. Okay, cool. So we went through some of that. So this is where you got me at a lot with that right there. So you got to go and see my Terry White videos. You got to go and see some of the Tammy, whatever. You got to go and see my Timothy Lamont Rush stuff, because I'm going to still do a further breakdown on Timothy Lamont Rush because it ties in. Because now in Timothy Lamont Rush's case, we see, this is why it's good to go into all these things. In Timothy Lamont Rush's case file, because you know he's in a case with Cuffy, it says that, because Cuffy said that the feds actually flipped script, because he was really there locked up with a DEA drug conspiracy, but they flipped script and started charging him with the death penalty and tried to implicate him in 2 murders and the gun charges and all this other shit. And they really flipped script because the case was faltering, because the main source of evidence, which is the CS1, confidential source number 1, Tammy was So Tammy was the main source of information, and she was flip-flopping around, and her main affidavit, which is the main source of evidence that they had to go get the Title III warrant and affidavit orders to get the warrant to bug your phone and to go through your garbage and do all the shit that they like to do. It was predicated on the affidavit that Tammy initially signed, briefed, whatever. Her initial thing is what they bought, and that's where y'all can find that in the Frank's hearing. Dion Cuffy Gatling's Frank's hearing. DIONNE Gatling, GATLING, Frank's hearing. Boom, right? That's all the affidavit, and it show you how they got the warrants to do what they did. And after that, Cuffy's phone becomes target telephone number 1. So Tuffy says that their case is faltering because not only is she flipping on her first affidavit, she writes 2 more affidavits, doesn't sign them, and doesn't hand them in. So they're not really affidavit. There's just some piece of paper. It could be toilet paper that you write it on. They could sign it and be affidavit. So it's just some paper that you write words on. You have to sign it, swear to, and all this other stuff, notarize it, whatever you got to do to make it be an affidavit. It got to be sworn, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So she got these other 2 affidavits that's attesting, going against, contradicting, whatever words you want to use, the first affidavit, which is the main source of evidence of why they even got the warrants alone. So Cuffy them have a right to be protesting this shit. Like, what the fuck? The main snitch is fucking flip-flopping all around. What the fuck y'all talking about? Boom. Not only is she doing that, she's having sex with the lead investigator, Special Agent Keith Cromer, in the case for 8 to 12 months. She's having sex with him after she talking about they was platonic friends for like 7 months, supposedly 5, 6, 7 months. We just gonna put it in the range, 5, 6, 7 months. Because the one paperwork can say 5 months, another paperwork in this shit, in Timothy, it says 7. Boom. So we got that. Boom, right? So now so now going into Timothy's case file, we see that in Timothy's case file, what it's all about, that's why it's good to read everything, right? Because it might say Bail Reform Act and all this other stuff. But when you're going through his Bail Reform Act, it's also breaking down parts of the case and disclosing other parts of the information that may be sealed up in other cases, but it's maybe opened over here when you understand how cases work, because everything be locked up. Some should be under seal, some should be open for us. Okay, cool. So when you go through the case file, it talks about Lorenzo going through like drug use and him being on heroin. I mean, shout out to everybody that went through everything they go through. So this is no slack at him for whatever anybody go through, bro. Come on, bro. I done been through mad shit, so drugs did mad shit in my life. Changed my life, but fuck it, nigga. Go fuck. Everybody can change. So we're not judging nobody. But whatever, it goes through his history, him absconding from, like, he don't want to go to supervision, like paroles or probations and all types of stuff like that. He getting warrants, basically, stuff like that. So they talking about his credibility, because remember, he's also trying to press for the Bail Reform Act, because he's been incarcerated on his case right now at that moment for 44 months. So he's saying like, yo, bro, this is like crazy. This is uncivilized. Y'all got me in here for how long, bro? What the hell? If y'all got me on trial, then get me on trial then. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? But they like, listen, basically in a case like this with big drug conspiracies and stuff like that, you should think to be in jail for like at least 48 months. 4 years you should think, before you even think about going to trial, especially when it's big cases with multiple defendants. You could, you know what I mean, depending if you get a speedy trial, so you know you got the Speedy Trial Act, so people be trying to push when you go through trials. Sometimes if you know you ready and you know the DA or whoever ain't ready, prosecutors, you might want to push for your trial to go out, because remember, the more time they get is the more time they waiting to make some witness come around and go snitch on you that they went. Remember, a witness probably said they wasn't telling on you at first. Maybe 4 years down the line, they might say, you know what, me tell on his ass now. Or they might get some other information that pop up in the 3 years that you in jail, so that's why they got you sitting around in jail like a duck. You know what I'm saying? For this specific reason, they got you sitting down. You see what I'm saying? So it's on something like that. So boom. So also in the same paperwork with Timothy Lamont Rush, it shows that the DEA, the government, not the DA, the government, because you in court now, ain't no DA anymore. The U.S. government, we dealing with AUSA, Assistant U.S. Attorney Gravis and Assistant U.S. Attorney Drake. These are their names, and the Assistant U.S. Attorneys, and these are the type of people that you facing. You ain't facing no little people in the damn courtroom, your local courtroom. You in your local county, LA County, you in your local Rikers Island, you in New York. You talking to the big boys. The niggas Tony Soprano was running from in the backyard, in back of Johnny Sack's house. Fall in the snow, bugging. Nigga running, bugging. R.I.P. James Gandolfini. But real talk. We talking about those kinds of people we dealing with here. So boom. So now, because when you being held for so long, you can start making your case against the government or whoever to say, nah, y'all holding this shit is what y'all doing, bro. Like you trying to sue them. Like, yo, bro, what happened? Y'all got me in here. Y'all do what y'all need to do, or just free me, or whatever. Just let me out and I'll be going to trial, or whatever y'all need to do, but get me out the can. Boom. But they like, yo, you should expect to be there for 48 months. So now, also, they say, besides you supposed to be in there for 48 months, and you can't, no parties is involved is at fault here, whether it's the government, whether it's the defendants, whether it's whatever. But also, we must credit some of this time that's being taken to just the judicial system and the slowness of the judicial system. So they throwing a lot of weight on the judicial system too as well. Y'all get the lights up in the building, okay? Because I'm telling y'all straight paperwork on my mind, okay? I'm not capping to you. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know, and I'm telling you what's in the paper. You watch a bunch of people online that's talking to you, telling this one is that, and they both are snitches, and you over there liking them. So drop a like here before I end my damn live. Straight up. I ain't playing with y'all. When you're around me, you under damn duress. Straight, son. You will develop Stockholm Syndrome around me, bro. Trust me. I'm not playing with none of you. Okay? What I want from you, you will give me. Just like anything else in life. What you want, you will take it. Okay? Period. So it ain't no fair exchange, ain't no robbery. I ain't hiding it. I'm going to take it from you. I'm taking it. I'm telling you this. So don't lie. Don't lie on me and say Uda stole something from you. I want my like and drop it. Period. If you want to leave, bye. You wasn't no good anyway. You was a hater anyway. I don't care. I'm not doing this for no clout. Thank you. So boom. So now in the case, besides them saying like, yo, the judicial system and all that, they saying, look, man, also the slowness is this. We have also discovered, and we're into a new investigation that we're trying to bump up charges on 2 of the defendants and their death eligible penalty charges. And the charges that we're bringing them on is on 1, Cuffy Gatling, and 2, Andre Rush. You feel me? And they're doing it to Andre Rush. Andre, or what do you want to call him? Andre Rush. They bumping up that, so they like, yo, we still doing an investigation on this, and we trying to bump up the charges on these 2 of the defendants. So, but when it comes to Timothy Lamont Rush, we don't believe that, he had an involvement in the murder of his co-conspirator Morgan, We don't believe that. We don't believe that his role was no much further than that of a driver in this DEA in a reverse sting for network force. Let me tell you that word slow. Let me take my time because the paperwork say. I got to tell you how the paperwork say. Timothy Rush was the driver in a reverse DEA sting that involved sham narcotics. So obviously there's some fake work, and we obviously know a DEA sting is when you got the work and they come in to sting you and say, freeze, nigga, we got you, you had it, right? That's a sting. So this is a reverse sting. So obviously this is an undercover they talk about it because they got this person labeled as a UC, yes, a UC, undercover agent. So this undercover agent is trying to obviously sell them some work. Sell him some work. Remember, Timothy is the driver in this situation. So obviously Cuffy's probably involved in this, whoever's involved, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, at first, we know at this moment, we know Timothy's involved. So I didn't go to Cuffy, I didn't go to nobody. So I'm just saying, he's in this case with all of them. I'm just saying, I don't know. We're just getting into it, right? Cool. So he's the driver in a reverse sting. So we understand that the reverse sting is going to be like, maybe the undercovers is the one with the work, and maybe they going to buy the work from him, or maybe some shit like's going on, and maybe they giving the officer some fake work. But why would they be giving them fake work? So I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's just how the paperwork reads. So I'm just telling you how the paperwork reads. Feel me? Cool. So now it says, and I tell you that they bumped up the charges. I told you that they said that he felt no more than a driver of the sham narcotics. They went into some of that boom, 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 boom. What else from Rush's case? They was tying Gatlin in. They also mentioned something about how they was trying to get him from the 80s. They were trying to implicate. Did they say that in this case, or did they say that in the other paperwork? No, I think they said that in this case. Yeah, they said that in this paperwork. That how they flipped it on Gatlin, and that all of this stemmed from Tammy though, bro. So Tammy got him caught up into even the next shit. So when Cuffy is saying, yo, they flipped the script on me and then made me lock and try to get me on the death penalty shit, and then I end up having to cop plea because one of my co-defendant statements got me jammed up. So one of his co-defendants probably said some shit like, yo, we had guns. Just some simple dumb shit. It wasn't no like he big snitched on nobody. I don't know. If Cuffy said nigga snitched on me, ratted, then he could tell me. But I don't know. I'm just speculating both sides. I'm not saying that person, his co-defendant, is a whole rat. So y'all might take that and say his co-defendant is a rat, right? I'm not going to jump to conclusions and say his co-defendant, because Cuffy didn't say his co-defendant was a whole rat. He didn't say that. He said he got caught up on some of his co-defendant's statements. So the nigga could have talked too much, bro. And sometimes we do that when we get in the building, bro. We just talk too much, bro. We get around a girl sometimes, talk too much, nigga. Get around certain people, talk too much, bro. Sometimes we do that, bro. We all guilty of it sometimes. Hopefully you're not guilty of it when you're in court, or when you're in a fucking in the holding cells, or when you're in a fucking interrogation room. Hopefully you're not guilty of that. You just shut up. Because everything you use will be used, everything you say will be used against you. Right? So boom. So I went into the Timothy, right? Timothy Laurent Rush, boom. So I told you I went into the OIG investigation. Nobody went into this. This is my third time I went into that. So on that video I just uploaded that went up for 1 o'clock just now, I have some of this Timothy, and I have some of the OIG. I think I stopped more than halfway through the OIG report. Again, this is my second time. And you have to read the OIG report. Why? Because the OIG report is another investigation that's predicated on what? On Cuffy's case. Based on Cuffy's case. Because Cuffy's old lawyer is the one that made the motion to suppress, and those motions to suppress had attachments attached to it. That when those motions to suppress was disclosed, when those motions was disclosed, they disclosed Tammy's information. So that's how Tammy's information came out, because Cuffy's ex-lawyer at the time had filed the motion. Damn, I cracked my shit down there. Shit, I think I did. Yeah. Cuffy's ex-lawyer at the time filed the motion, right? That ended up disclosing Tammy's information. So Cuffy's the first person that know Tammy's a rat. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving cliffhangers. I'm just bringing you up to speed. I got all of this paperwork on my channel. I got full paperwork reads. What? I'm updating people right now before I get into this Lorenzo Gibbs on this. This is how I'm doing this. I'm not capping to nobody. I'm not rapping to nobody. I'm an artist, but I'm not rapping to you right now. I'm just dealing with the paperwork, okay? So don't derail me and tell me some weirdo stuff and tell me something that's beneficial in my chat. So boom, right? So, yeah, the OIG. So now the OIG investigation breaks down the relationship of Tammy and Keith. So in this relationship now, we're going to get more inner details. Because now, remember, we don't hear all the inner details of some of the stuff that I told you that was in Timothy things. You don't hear that in Cuffy's case thing. You don't see that. So you see it there. Some of the things that's in the OIG report is predicated on Cuffy's case. The same 271 pages. Yes, it's from that. It's from the Frank's hearing. Yes, it's from this. So it's based on all of that. So, but you don't get some of this stuff in that because this is more of an intimate investigation based upon Chroma's relationship with Tammy and the money that she got, the 211,000, whatever, upwards of that, allegedly, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Give or take, whatever. Let me say allegedly. Maybe not say allegedly. Let me just say give or take. And her not, you know what I mean? All the stuff that Tammy's doing, flip-flopping, all the stuff she's doing. Anyway. So now it also goes into Tammy and Keith and them sharing hotel rooms, them having double shared rooms. You know, like the double-sided suites when you got 2 rooms in a suite, the one suite with the 2 rooms. They talk about them sharing 2-room suites, other friends coming over. They talk about friends talking about they seen Tammy, that friend looked like a CS, maybe a CS2. So maybe that's the same CS2 that's in that case. Remember, we don't hear CS2 saying that much in the Cuffy case, in the 271. But when we hear it in the OIG investigation, we see CS2. And if I'm not CS2, y'all go correct me then if I'm wrong. This is what we all about, right? When y'all go see, you're going to say, okay, who's this next person then? Because remember, this person knows Tammy. This person is a CS, is a confidential source. So I believe that that's probably the next person that probably was trying to set up Cuffy. Probably, I don't know, this probably could be a thought. But I'm just saying, it's outside the box thought. But see, I just told you it's an opinion, that's a thought. But you could dig down the rabbit hole yourself and go see how you figure that. See what I'm saying? Boom. So it goes down that rabbit hole of how Tammy and Keith was going to double shared rooms. That person, the woman, said that she seen Tammy, Keith kiss, Tammy sit on his lap, them hold hands and do different things like that. Keith spent a lot of time at her crib up to like 12 o'clock, but she never seen Keith be at the crib. Testified that she also seen, remember Tammy testified she was driving the federal car. That person testified also that they seen Tammy driving that car on about 6-7 occasions. That federal vehicle, that OGV, the official government vehicle, she seen them driving that official vehicle about 6 times, probably 7, who knows. And seen that the DEA, maybe his names was in the paperwork or his names was in the car, something like that, but also seeing that his DEA equipment was in the car and also seeing that his car was outside the crib. So later in that investigation, when Keith say, nah, man, they talking about I was outside her crib professing my love. No, I wasn't. Yes, he was. He was Ray J outside the crib spinning in the rain, y'all. He was spinning in the rain. He was Ray J. Keith Sweat Chroma. Allegedly Keith. So that's what I'm saying, man. I got to run 1-2 jokes on you because I'm just doing that. And if I could joke on a federal agent, nigga, I don't think any of y'all want to fuck with me that much. Leave me alone, bro. Trust me. I changed my life. So boom, right? So like boom, right? So look, so it also goes into, now it switched perspectives, right? So now it's funny in the paperwork, in the OIG, I'm talking about OIG investigation. Remember, OPR, OIG, Office of Professionalism and Responsibility. That's the first one. And the OIG is the Office of Inspector General. That's the second one, okay? That's the 2 people that base their information. We can't see the information that the OPR came up with their investigation. They limited us from that because they did their interviews and their investigation, the OPR, the Office of Responsibility and Office of Professionalism and Responsibility. They did their investigation. And then all of the things that they did in their investigation, they handed over to the OIG. And we can read about some of those things in the other case that we read in, I think, the Cuffy case or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about things like that, how the OPR handed over everything to the OIG. So we read in the OIG case. So that's what I'm reading to you now, and I'm telling you about the OIG. Not reading, but I'm telling you out my head, the OIG. So now, I mean, it also talk about times when Keith was drunk, y'all. He was intoxicated, y'all. Nigga was intoxicated. She had to drive his car on multiple occasions. Keith was giving her the car to drive. Keith was giving her the car to drive on her own. You know what I'm saying? The witness said that she seen her drive the car on her own. She did that on her own too as well. You know what I'm saying? She did that on her own. You know what I'm saying? Or she did all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they did all of that. Bless you, brother. What's up with this nigga, bro? These niggas is crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to boom a nigga right now on live, son. You know I was talking about the Office of Responsibility to shit. This nigga walked by, he's crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to clap him online right now, bro. If he walk back here, I'm gonna clap him, son. On Jesus sandals, bro. I don't know what this nigga thinks is going on, bro. You hear him, right? You hear the responsibility. You heard the barking? It's this nigga, son. I said, all right, brother. I gave, that's called the non-confrontational. All right, brother. So anybody seen online, I told that nigga, all right, brother. So if I send that nigga in that lake, boom, 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 fucking total recall, 3 titties, show that nigga something. And y'all got it online. This nigga was crazy and acting up. About to fix this nigga. Nigga, what's up with you, dumb nigga? Dumb nigga, like what? Walk your ass back down here if you thuggy. Stupid ass nigga. You crazy, nigga. I'll show you crazy, dumb nigga. Walk your dumb ass down back here, nigga. I'll show you crazy, nigga. Lift your fucking skirt right up, right now. Stupid ass nigga. I ain't with that mental health shit, son, but my people need to take care of their mental health, son. Yeah, nigga, you see me looking at your bitch ass, nigga. Yeah, nigga. What? Fuck wrong with your dumb ass, nigga? You better hold that coffee, nigga, for you and that coffee be spilt on the fucking ground. Fuck wrong with that dumb nigga? Look. Yeah, this guy, right? Look, he'll get hurt today. Look. This is what I'm telling these people online. I'm like, yo, this man about to get hurt. I'm about to boom him in the lake. It's about to be total recall out here. Arnold Schwarzenegger's. About to hit the nigga with a Terminator. Look, OGs just said it. Look, bro, no, I'm not lying. 2 old people, son, they like 70 years old, just walk by like, yo, he gonna learn today. Look, bro, these niggas is wilding out here, bro. What's wrong with niggas, bro? Come on, bro. This is our people, bro. This is what we doing out here, son. They got mental health, bro. The nigga wilding, bro. It's crazy. Anyway. It's gonna go into all that. That's enough of my summary, though. That's enough of my summary. Let me get to my shit before I have to boom a nigga ass right here. Let me at least start reading about Lorenzo Gibbs, what I came in for, right? About to send a nigga to fucking Most High in real time, nigga. Fuck wrong with this nigga. This nigga better go take a bathroom break. This nigga. Yo, boom, right? Y'all part of me, y'all. I love y'all. Changed my life, y'all, but I'm not with the dumb shit, bro. Trust me, my shit itchy, homie. My shit itchy. Shit, I'm talking about federal shit, all this rat and shit, nigga. My shit itchy too, behind all other shit too, nigga. My own life, nigga. Traumatizations, nigga. PTSD, traumatizations, nigga. And I'm not trying to put my traumas on nobody. So don't come bringing y'all shits on me, nigga. I will send your ass to go see somebody, nigga. And it ain't fucking Geico or some shit, nigga. But you will have to fix a fucking flat, homie. A Mako, right? That's Mako? Geico. Sorry, y'all. Bless be the Most High, y'all. The devil's so busy, man. He done derail me, but it's all right, bro. We back. Y'all drop a like, y'all. The devil tried to derail me, man. Let me get 2 seconds just to de-win. Let me just break that down a little bit, because the devil tried to get me, man. Devil tried to get me just now, bro. Tried to get me to do something crazy, bro. Or lives. Yo, hold up. Yo. Yeah, let me just take one puff. And just get the devil out my soul, because that shit just get me back to who I, like, bro, you don't understand, son. I'm like, bro, my life, bro, even though I'm trying to change, or I've changed some of the things or however, bro, son, this shit is like, bro, it's innate, it's second nature, bro. It's just, you know what I mean, bro? For real, bro. You don't understand, bro. I had to go to therapy on some shit, bro. You don't understand, bro. You know what I mean? I had to go to therapy, bro. I go to therapy, bro. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. You say what you want about it, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I need to talk to somebody about this shit. Straight up, nigga, like Tony Soprano, nigga. Good fuck. Straight, nigga. Gotta decompress, because I'll do something to one of these dumb niggas, bro. I gotta go talk to my therapist later on today about this dumb nigga. Like, yo, look, you know I had a problem I was about to boom a nigga the lake today. Word. Nigga was bugging. That old man walked by me with his old lady. Like, yo, bro, I'm about to do something to him, too. Me and the nigga was about to pack him out. Me and the 70-year-old man about to pack him out. I'd have never boomed him. I'd have just packed him out. Me and the old man, 70 years old. He looked fit, too. He wasn't no regular, 70 years old. He looked fit, nigga. He looked like he could squabble up. Me and him would have packed him out. Right now on live, I'd have been, hold this camera, we'd have packed him out. Right now. Boop, bop, boop, bop. You ain't crazy, nigga. Shut up. You get this ass whooping, you're gonna be crazy. But your ass be crazy running. Anyway, So boom, right? So now we're gonna get into Lorenzo Gibbs. All right, Lorenzo Gibbs was arrested by the DEA at a gas station. Let me see if I can bring it up a little wider. Right? At a gas station. I can't because it's gonna get stupid. At a gas station on February 18, 2013. Right? He was acting as a lookout while Tim Rush was attempting to pick up cocaine for Dion Gatlin. Okay, Timothy Rush was attempting to pick up some work for him. See, we didn't hear this before. You heard this, y'all? Drop a like. I don't even care. I'm not even reading this shit if y'all don't drop likes. Get that shit to like. There's 50-something people in it. Make the likes look equivalent. Whoever want to leave can leave. I don't business. I was just about to send a nigga to guard just now. I don't care. You can leave like that nigga was about to leave. I don't give a fuck, nigga, on my mother's soul. I don't care, nigga. The fuck? I'm reading real paperwork in real time. I'm outside on the go. Some of your favorite people never been outside. You don't even know if these niggas live outside, ever been outside, nigga. These niggas behind the screen all goddamn day. The fuck? I'm in real time. Niggas is acting up, acting crazy. I'm telling y'all the Office of Responsibility people is a branch of the federal government people that's investigating, keep growing. This nigga think I'm talking about responsibilities in real life, and this nigga's crazy. Talking about responsibilities. And looking at me crazy with a crooked eye. This nigga eye, the nigga had the lean, the Biggie eye. R.I.P. my nigga Biggie. I love Biggie, my favorite rapper. But the nigga had the Biggie eye with dreads looking wow. The nigga had the fucking Bushwick Bill dreads. Nigga, the old school 90s, nigga. When them niggas was like this. Nigga, back in the days, nigga, my nigga Scarface and nigga Bushwick Bill. That's my dog too. Nigga, send the love out to Bushwicks. But, bro, this nigga had the Bushwick Bill dreads with the Biggie eye. Bro. With a scarf around his neck. Bruh, you got a scarf on. And this nigga's just looking wild like he moving on hots. What the fuck wrong with him? What wrong with him, bro? Niggas be wilding out here, bro. Boo. Yeah, let's get the likes up. Come on, let's get that to 30, bro. Let's at least get that to 30. If you want to leave, you can leave. I love you. The YouTube streets is vast. You could go listen to somebody cap about this case. And go listen to who talk about they are right, they are right. Go ahead, boo. I'll be seeing y'all in the chats anyway over there, too. So I don't really care, bro. I'm not begging a friend from anyone. Everyone that be here on my channel will be here because they want to be here. That's it, son. I don't have to beg likes. People love me and like me in real life. I'm multi-talented. I rap, sing, play instruments, nigga. I write all kinds of music. I write for artists. I act. I write scripts, nigga. I edit. I do movies. I perform. Nigga, what the fuck, nigga? The hell, nigga? I don't have to react to nothing, nigga. I could talk about real life, show y'all my life, nigga. And my shit is up. Regular, nigga. It ain't about money. It's just about creativity. It's about that, right? This is YouTube, right? So that can make money, right? Think about that. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me now. I'm not an asshole, bro. I'm a real smart person. You're not gonna play with me, bro. I told y'all I dropped out of school at a young age and I taught myself everything I know. Thousands of books I read it myself. Put it all in my own mind. Taught myself multiple languages, all types of shit. Ask anybody about me. They'll tell you, yes, that nigga knew that. Yep. I did all that while I was still in the streets as a young nigga selling drugs and doing bad shit. Yeah. I still was putting shit in my mind. Yeah. Learning. Beneficial because it came to be beneficial now when I've changed my life. Because look at all the things I know now. Some of those things was beneficial while I was using it to formulate how to fucking create a formula of how to cook drugs and shit. You know what I mean? But now it's beneficial in another ways. That's why I tell my people that's from the streets, even though we may have mastered some of the things we learned in the streets, once we turn that thing and use that thing in any other way in life, business, this and that, you fly and flourish, bro. Because we learned a lot of real things from the streets. It's just that we just use our things in aimless ways. That's all we do. You know what I'm saying? Just not constructive ways. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody like one of my niggas, he probably know how to get a spot, set up a spot everywhere. A nigga probably know how to set up a spot. All right, cool, nigga. You probably be a real estate type person, could do account. You know what I mean? Some people know how to hold their money, could be good accountants, and you know what I mean? You know how to save, you know how to budget, you know how to do stuff. You know what I mean? Bro, you could be a consultant, bro. There's mad stuff you could do in life when you just repurpose or reposition what you actually do in a different way. You get a different angle at it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, I could fly doing this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you was a good runner and used to run when you was young as a kid, but then you put that to use in another way. You know what I'm saying? Now you fucking did a job that you fucking Baywatch. In the middle of the night. You fucking run into the fucking seas to go help somebody save them or some shit. I don't know. You just gotta, you know what I mean? repurpose who you are and just repurpose what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Cool, man. I want the people that left to leave. That's cool, bro. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be back anyway. On Jesus, and I don't lie on Jesus. So I know y'all be back. Thank you. Whatever. Thank you. Anyway, Lorenzo Gibbs was arrested by the DEA at a gas station on February 18, 2013. He was acting as a lookout while Tim Rush was attempting to pick up cocaine for Dion Gatling after being released later that day. Mr. Gibbs and Tim Rush met with Gatling near Chipotle on Grand Avenue to report what had happened. Other than a traffic ticket in 2016, there is no evidence that Mr. Gibbs engaged in any criminal conduct. This fucking duck, this fucking swan or whatever the fuck this shit is. Words, son, this nigga looming around me now. This nigga, first the crazy nigga, now it's a crazy ass bird. Two birds just got to run down on me, y'all. The fucking bird right here, y'all. This nigga's wilding. Yo, back your dumb ass up. You know them niggas attack. Straight. Them niggas get bucky. Look, this nigga right behind me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm scared of that bird, nigga. I ain't scared of that nigga, but I'm scared of that bird, nigga. Fuck, what you talking about? I'm not booming no bird, yo. Them niggas that had me under the jail, I boom this bird, bro. For real, nigga. If I boom this bird right now, bro. Look at the bird. Son, if I boom that bird, nah, son, it's over. If I boom that bird, son, they sending me under the river, bro. They don't care about humans, but birds and animals, nah, nigga. You remember the guy on Facebook that kicked the cat? Then they got 5 years. Straight. Niggas not playing with you, bro. 5 years, get your ass in the jail. Nigga kicking the cat where? Stop. Anyway. So he met on Grant Avenue to report what had happened. Other than the traffic ticket in 2016, there is no evidence that Mr. Gibbs engaged in any criminal conduct for the past 6+ years. Today, Mr. Gibbs is 51 years old, and as one criminal history point, his only countable conviction is a DWI from 2010 in which he was in possession of 55 grams of marijuana. His punishment was a fine. He has no warrants, no pending charges, and no other criminal conduct. All right, brother? And no other criminal conduct. The February 18, 2013 drug deal was a setup. The drugs were fake. Remember what I told y'all? Listen to me, y'all. The drugs were fake, right? The drugs were fake. The man selling the drugs to Gatling was an undercover DEA task force officer from Atlanta. The delivery driver was an undercover TFO from St. Louis. What happened to be certified to drive, was a TFO St. Louis, was an undercover from TFO St. Louis who happened to be certified to drive a tractor trailer. The February 18 deal came on the heels of another fake reverse drug deal on February 7 in Memphis. Both deals arose from a February 2nd, 2013 meeting between Gatling and the undercover TFO from Atlanta. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all never heard this, y'all. This is how we got to get to this information. Y'all drop a like for that, okay? Cool. Gatling lied to the task force officer, boasting that he owned St. Louis and could sell any amount of drugs and have all the money in a couple of days. The TFO also lying told Gatling that his cartel was making millions each month and could supply whatever drugs Gatling wanted with no money down. The Atlanta TFO soon made a deal to front Gatling. See what I'm saying? Hold on. Right? Right? It's not gonna move it, right? Boom. Let me put down this weed. Put down this weed. Right? Boom. I'm reading, I'm walking, right? I ain't leading that, right? No, I ain't leading that. Boom. So, right? Put my shit on. Nigga. I wish I had my mask on me too, blood. Oh, Jesus. My mask at, buddy. I ain't got my mask on? I'm just lucky. Alright, nigga. But look, boom, right? So, boom, right? So it say, okay, wait. Gatling lied. So he lied to Gatling that his cartel was making millions, right? That's making millions of cash each month and could supply whatever Gatling wanted with no money down. The Atlanta TFO soon made a deal to front Gatling 2 kilograms of heroin, which were to be picked up in Memphis on February 7th, probably 2013, the same year, right? So The Atlanta task force officer even agreed to loan Gatlin a Cadillac Escalade, which had a secret compartment to hide the fake drugs. Gatlin would leave the undercover agent with only a 10-year-old Toyota Camry with over 120,000 miles on it, in exchange for $110,000 worth of heroin and $60,000 Escalade. On February 7th, Gatlin did not pick up the heroin though, right? So on February 7th, Gatlin did not pick up the heroin and did not pick up the heroin himself. He sent Lorenzo Gibbs and Tim Rush to Memphis to get the fake drugs. Tim Rush drove the Toyota Camry to Memphis with Mr. Gibbs in the passenger seat. Mr. Gibbs called the agents for directions once or twice as they arrived in Memphis. When Gibbs and Rush arrived, right? When Gibbs and Rush arrived at the meeting place, the agents offered to show them how to open the secret hiding place. Mr. Gibbs declined and asked the agents if they could give him a ride to the airport. The agents declined as well. Tim Rush drove away in the Escalade, and Mr. Gibbs was last seen walking towards an IHOP. No one bothered to follow him. Tim Rush was stopped on his trip home. The fake drugs and the Escalade were seized. The Atlanta TFO task force officer demanded that Gatlin make things right for the $170,000, which is the $110 in drugs and a $60,000 car, in Memphis loss, right? So remember, he's still acting like he's undercover. So remember, he give him the car and then all that. He get bagged. So now he like, yo, you got to make things right with me. Like, because I just took a loss with your man getting bagged with all of that. But remember, he's an undercover agent the whole time, this guy. Feel me? So boom. Hold up. From the Memphis loss. They demanded the money, but Gatlin did not have it. Okay, cool. Right? Hold up. Let me see. Right? So boom. So look. Look. Boom. So they demanded the money, right? And Gatlin did not have it. They asked for $5,000. Gatlin did not have it. They asked for another vehicle as collateral, and Gatlin did not have it. So the undercover agents agreed to give Gatlin even more drugs to allow him to work off the debt over time. They agreed to supply Gatlin with 10 kilograms of cocaine. This later increased to 15 kilograms when the agents realized they had an extra 5 kilograms of sham cocaine, of fake drugs. As noted above, Gibbs and Rush were again sent to pick up the fake drugs and were both arrested. Mr. Gibbs received nothing in exchange for his actions on February 7th and 18th except this indictment. No actual drugs were seized from any defendants. No weapons were seized. No money was seized. A base offense level of 32 is achieved by converting the 2 kilograms of fake heroin and 15 kilograms of fake cocaine to 5,000 kilograms of converted drug weight. See what I'm saying? So they take whatever was supposed to be real is fake. They take whatever's fake. Because if you charge, even the nigga that I was talking to the other day that I was on his channel the other day, and there was a guy from there, he's like, nah, man, come on, bro. So look, even if you charge with fake drugs, they still charge you as you did a drug bust like cocaine. It's not going to be to the amount or the quantity, but they're still going to charge you like you sold cocaine, even though it's fake work that you're supposed to be conspiring to do. Because remember that I told you, Cuffy's in jail for no drugs, no guns, no nothing. So he's in there for 2 ghost guns, no drugs ever was got. And like Cuffy said, he is in there for something like that. So that actually is true, right? So I just got the proof right here. I'm like, remember I've been saying Cuffy says this. That's been happening. But we just read right here that they just said this. So we're clearing up certain things as we're reading certain paperwork. So this is why you got to watch my last videos. This is why you got to go back, read the paperwork, read on my paperworks. the upload that I just did. You got to all go see that because that's the OIG investigation. That's the Timothy Lamont Rush connection. And I'm still going to finish up some of that and some of this Gibbs later on today. But we just get into this Gibbs outside. But when we get in the building, I'm going to bring it up on screens. And I'm going to bring up all the paperwork on screens. And we're going to look at everything together and break this shit down together. So this is just me outside on the go. So if you want real content like this on the go and outside, then we're doing that. And we do it inside too, right? Got me? That's all we doing. So boom. Right? I'm about to go down the way anyway. I got to go meet somebody. I'll just stop right here. Hold on. Boom, right? Hold up. What page I'm at? Where I'm at? Oh, wait. Hold up, wait. It was converted, right? It was converted into converted drug weight, right? So they converted the fake drugs, the SAM drugs, that was the deal that they was making, into some fake drug weight or whatever the case may be, right? So boom. Hold up. So while it is possible to minimize the significance of the DEA's efforts to sell the fake drugs to a man who drove an old Toyota and had no money, this is what they're saying, bro. This is crazy. And had no money, right? Wait, hold up. And had no money. Yeah, it had no money. The same cannot be said of the murders of Terrence Morgan and Theodis Howard. However, it is undisputed Mr. Gibbs had nothing to do with those murders. In contrast, Gatling's brutality is manifested in the information revealed in Andre Rush's confession. So Andre Rush's statement is the statement. Because remember, I've been trying to boil it down. Look, I'm through Timothy, I ain't see it. I'm going through Gibbs, I ain't see it. So I done boiled it down to Andre, but I ain't say that. But look, they just said it. So now I'll say it because they said it. So Andre Rush is the one that got him caught up because we heard Cuffy say, I got caught up based on my co-defendant's statements. So I'm like, I ain't jump out to call him a rat. But I know he's basically ratted. But you know what I mean? Sometimes niggas talk too much. That's why I said that earlier in the stream. But we can see that he confessed. So he basically just implicated Cuffy. So he basically ratted on Cuffy. Okay, cool. Right? So boom. So hold up. Theodis Hatters, brutality, Andre Rush's confession that Gatling had planned to murder Mr. Gibbs next, not because of anything his friend of nearly 30 years had done, but because Gatling was worried he might talk to the police. So they say Gatling was about to clip Gibbs. Straight. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's his homie, but he had to go. That's what they say. Mr. Gibbs attended over a dozen court proceedings, including several day-long hearings in which he sat across the table from the men who had planned to kill him. So he was separated. He was separate from the other three defendants. Basically, he's saying the men that tried to kill him, he's saying that basically Andre Rush and Tim Rush's brothers, and Gatling is Gatling, Cuff is Cuff. So this nigga got to go, nigga. The fuck? That's basically that. So he was rocking with Tim and he was rocking with Andre. I think one of them was called nicknamed Tall. One of them was nicknamed the Professor. You know what I'm saying? And one of them had another nickname. I think Dre's name was Dog. They called him Dre. Andre, Dre Dog, Dre, or Dog. You know what I'm saying? Look, fact check me on this, y'all. Facts. Cuffer listened to it, said, nah, I mean, he ain't lying. Cuffer heard this shit, said he ain't lying. Man ain't lying on me. I know that much. Facts. Right? So boom. So now, hold up. The murders in country. Hold up, wait. Okay, over the court proceeding had planned to kill him. Mr. Gibbs was the only one of the four defendants to leave the courtroom each day. He was often surrounded by friends and family of Gatling and the Rush brothers, who no doubt wondered why Mr. Gibbs walked free while their loved ones were hauled away by the marshals. There is a strong inference that the tremendous stress of this situation over these past 5 years has taken a substantial toll on Mr. Gibbs's health. Mr. Gibbs has suffered massive strokes and serious heart problems during this time. His mental health also has suffered. Although I have represented Mr. Gibbs for over 4 years, he has on at least one occasion been unable to remember my name after coming to my office for a meeting I personally scheduled with him. In June of 2018, Mr. Gibbs could not remember the Judge Mensa's name or where her courtroom was. Look, right? Judge Mensa's name, right? Or where her courtroom was. Right? Hold up. Right? Judge Mensa's name or where her courtroom was. Where am I at? Where her courtroom was located. Even though he attended over 24 hours of hearings in that courtroom, Mr. Gibbs is fortunate to be living with his daughter and granddaughter. However, he can only remember one way to get home. Although Mr. Gibbs has lived in Missouri since college, home for Mr. Gibbs has always been Mom's house in Detroit. The court has repeatedly allowed Mr. Gibbs to return to Detroit to visit his mother for her birthday, holidays, and tragically his sister's funeral last July. A person can simply cross a bridge from Detroit to Canada. However, Mr. Gibbs returned every day and every time without incident. Lorenzo has a wonderful relationship with his mother. Okay, man, it's fluff. Okay, let me see. Lorenzo has a wonderful relationship with his mother. She always made sure he lived in a good neighborhood so he could attend good schools, even if that meant doing without paying an electric bill. His relationship with his father and stepfather were less than desirable. His father spent Lorenzo's formative years in prison for manslaughter, leaving him to be raised by his adopted father, James Gibbs. Lorenzo did not even know he was adopted until he was 7 and met his biological father. James Gibbs had 8 other children who Lorenzo never met until James' funeral in 1987. Unlike his father and stepfather, Lorenzo has had good relationship with both his adult children. Lorenzo plans to continue living with his daughter and granddaughter to help support the family with the work in his music business. He in the music business. Mr. Gibbs is asking the court to give him the chance to remain home with his family in the bond conditions. His length of time on pre-trial release may be unprecedented in this district. This lengthy delay was not because of any wrongdoing by Mr. Gibbs. Rather, it was resulted from the DEA Atlanta scandal and the related motions and proceedings. The decision of Mr. Gibbs and the others to waive their rights to pursue all the other challenges as part of their guilty pleas and saved all concerned a tremendous amount of work and likely shortened the duration of this case and the subsequent appeals by at least a year. As a 51-year-old criminal history category 1, Mr. Gibbs' statistical risk is minimal for they trying to make some cases for him. I'm just trying to get to where I'm talking about. Hold on. Okay, adding the calculus, his serious health problems, and the fact that his last involvement with the drug game nearly cost him his life, Mr. Gibbs poses no danger to the public. No further deterrence. This should look so small if you see I'm reading this. No further deterrence is needed to keep Mr. Gibbs or others from associating with the likes of Gatlin or Andre Rush. Simply knowing he was next on Gatlin's list of people to kill is sufficient deterrence. So it's not like he rolled on nobody, but he had no criminal record and shit like that. And they was planning to clip him in the end. So I don't know if he rolled or what he did, but they really said that Andre confessed. So they saying like he was still surrounded by Gatlin and Andre's family still, but they was wondering why he walked away free. So it's not like people was ridiculing him. In the paperwork, they didn't say that CUFFY Gatlin's family or Andre Rush's family or anybody's family or whatever was ridiculing him. You know what I'm saying? Even though everybody else was dragged off by the marshals, as they said in this paperwork. You feel me? Boom. Look, right? So boom. So it says, wax dog salute to the bro, right? A sentence of time served followed a term of supervised release in the sentence imposed on Timothy Rush. So a sentence of time served. So Timothy Rush got time served. Wow. A sentence of time served followed by supervised release was imposed on Timothy Rush. Lorenzo and Tim were equally culpable at the lowest tier of culpability. Gatlin Andre Rush originally faced 2 death-eligible counts and later mandatory life counts. Both men pled to reduce counts, resulting in 27 years for Gatlin and an anticipated 25 years for Andre Rush. Sentences far below the possible penalties for murdering a government cooperator and potential cooperator. Both of those men have lengthy criminal histories and spent many years in federal prison. While it is true that Tim Rush spent a much longer period of time in pretrial detention for his sentence of time served, Tim is a career offender who spent many years in prison of his 2 federal priors. Before the passage of the First Step Act, Tim Rush faced a potential mandatory life sentence. By comparison, even before the First Step Act, Mr. Gibbs was safety valve eligible, as he has only 1 criminal history point, and his prior convictions all resulted in sentences of either a fine or probation. Mr. Gibbs has never been to prison. Sending Mr. Gibbs to prison for his involvement with Gatlin over 6 years ago is greater than necessary to achieve the goal of the 3553A, allowing Mr. Gibbs to continue working and supporting his family while on supervised release in society's best interests. This would also allow Mr. Gibbs to continue to see his local doctors, treat his serious medical conditions, and in most effective manner possible. The safety valve allows this court to consider all possible sentences, even Mr. Gibbs' role in the instant offense. His history and characteristics, his compliance on pretrial release over 5 years, and all of the other factors, a sentence of time served followed by a term of supervised release with whatever terms and conditions the court deemed appropriate is sufficient but not greater than the necessary to achieve justice in this case. So that's the 6 pages of this paper, and we still got more pages to get into or whatever, but that's Lorenzo. But you know, they might got little indictment stuff and other paperwork that be attached to your file. That be attached to your file or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? They might have other attachments. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. You know, if you want to know more about the Timothy Rush, because I'm trying to see, but I don't know if you can get Andre really, man. Andre is closed up. That was a whole hawk that flew by, son. A whole fucking eagle or a hawk, nigga. That was a hawk, bro. Straight, nigga. Flew by, nigga. I'm not even lying, nigga. I should have caught the footage. That was 1 million views walked by me. I'm on YouTube right now, y'all. I'm not dumb. I'm gonna get me multiple millions of views. Fucking hawk flew by me. What you talking about? Hawk! Million views. So I just did an upload. You know, because I'm gonna get back to my upload section, because you know I'm a live individual. I'm just live. I'm outside. I'm with the shits. But I'm gonna start building back on my upload section to the people that like the uploads and stuff like that. So you get some time and some schedules to some drops, and you'll start to get that more. And that'll bring some synchronicity to that. And I'll start giving y'all my schedule of how I'm dropping, I'm creating content, because I just create a lot of content. But I'm gonna start putting a schedule. You know I do the midnight hours, the late night streams. You know I do those, and I'm gonna continue those. But I'm also gonna be dropping certain videos, like maybe at 6 o'clock every day or 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock every day. I'll have a video up, whether it's an upload. Usually it'll be an upload, but whether it's an upload or a live, I'll probably be uploading and live around that time. Frequently during the weekdays, I'll be up and live, regardless of what I do during the day, catching content that's out there. I'll be live at that time too. So I got a lot of different things that I got planned for the channel, got planned for us. I want y'all all to subscribe to the channel. Not only subscribe to the channel, I want y'all to subscribe to the channels that's linked to my channel, especially Comedy on Go. Comedy on Go, you need to subscribe to that, not because it's comedy and we need comedy, but we do need comedy. You can't talk about those stressful shit and not have comedy. For years, I never wanted to do comedy because I didn't want people to joke with me before I have to bust somebody's head. But I came to a freer place in myself that I don't care. If a person joked, then hey, fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be then. But I'm gonna still do my comedy, you know what I'm saying? But it's not about comedy. It's about we gonna have different conversations, and some of this shit is gonna be so real that we're gonna have to put it under a comedic banner. Because when they judge us for certain shit, because we just gonna be live and talking about real shit, and I'm talking about I'm talking about you, the people that's watching me now. I don't want y'all to just be writers in chats and y'all be Meek Mill Twitter fingers. I want y'all to be lifting y'all voices and speaking up. Some of y'all are not content creators yet, but you really are content creators. And out of this channel is gonna sprout a lot of content creators. Out of this channel, a lot of people to monetize their channels. And all of that will be for free. You know what I'm saying? These good things that we're gonna do is just because you're just supposed to do some good things, period. It's not about money. Everything's not about money. You know what I'm saying? When everything is about money, that's how we get caught in the conspiracies, bro, because it's about money, bro. Because sometimes you say, you know what, I could do without that deal. I'm good, and I'm getting money every day. So when you let money steal your narrative sometimes you get caught up in a conspiracy. Sometimes you get caught up to a bad situation. It ain't got to be a conspiracy, but you get caught up into a bad situation letting money govern you and run what you're doing. You feel me? So we got to be conscious about that. We got to be most definitely conscious about that. But yeah, at this point in this case and all of this, you know what I mean, when I go back to the crib, I'm going to be getting into, I might finish up Timothy. I'm gonna get into the Terry White though. I'm most definitely getting back to Terry White because I was on Prada and the cooperation. I also did that in the last couple of videos. So the video I did with the dog face was the first one, the dog face reaction. Not the one when I was outside reacting to it, because that's when I was talking about the whole cases. But the dog face reaction itself. After the end of the dog face reaction, I started going into paperwork too. Bringing up paperwork on the screen sharing it to you though. So y'all can go and check it out if y'all want to see paperwork. I brought the OIG investigation up on the screen so you can see it. Before, I just read it before loud. So that's how come it probably fell under the radar from people because I didn't show y'all. But now when I'm showing y'all this shit, because I'm going to do a separate one on the OIG, I'm going to bring it back and screen share it. You know what I'm saying? So I just did an upload that went up for 1 o'clock. I'm going to set another one to go up for like 3 o'clock. That's the other part of that same live that I did this morning, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I did this live. Okay? I did this live 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I took the live down. And I took the live down, not to deprive nobody, so everybody shout out who was with us in the live. I took the live down to upload it because I want to put it on my upload side. You know what I mean? I want things on that side because I've been moving live and I've been, you know what I mean? So when I'm doing one thing, I'm just like a person that goes so in a direction that when I'm going so hard in one direction, I'm missing 1 or 2 things that I should be doing over here. Because that's how hard I go in one direction sometimes when I'm on it, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I don't want to negate or, you know what I mean? This the other side, which is the upload side. And I want y'all to be used to uploads on my channel and scrolling through that looking for my uploads. Because usually I do shorts over there. I do my little shorts and little things like that. But sometimes I drop uploads over there and they don't get. So I need y'all to be going through my little uploads and running them up a little bit for me. All it takes is y'all to start watching a couple of them or a couple of views, and then I start making YouTube start recommending it, you know what I mean? Or it pop up on other people's channels and stuff, only but y'all couple people start watching it. So y'all start watching some of the old stuff too, because y'all still get updated. And because I'm on this MEECH, that don't mean that I still was on my old, the other thing that my channel was predicated on before, the West Coast content as well. Now I'm about to interject a lot of this New York into it now. So that's some of this next phase. And now I'm starting to bring New York into it now. I've started bringing people on my channel already now. So now I'm going to start bringing big channels on it now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Not people I've met while I created this channel, just from my years of just me, entertainment one, writing music for people and artists that you know, boom. Acting on shit with people that you know too. Based on me doing YouTube for years as well and other internet type social medias that I've met so many different people that's big channels that I can have come speak on my channel. So I'm going to start having that going on, which is going to help the channel to grow faster, which is going to in turn help me to help y'all to monetize faster. In every single way, I'm trying to think of different ways that I can help you to monetize faster. Because if I increase the rates and everybody getting up, then, you know what I'm saying? I'm not selfish. Like, niggas don't want you to monetize because then you got your own channel you're going to be building, so you won't be in my chat no more. But you'll still be popping by. Even though you build your own thing, we'll have new people that need to get their thousands up. You know what I'm saying? So we don't got to hold on to people like they our last kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Let people do what they doing. But we want everybody to be building. We want the voices to be lifted. We want the weak people to get stronger by being with the strong. We want the people that shy to get with the confident people so they could get some confidence. And this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we build some, you know what I mean? Some togetherness real quick. Just simple forms. Not even on no big scale. We on some old Teresa business. But, you know what I mean? And my channel, this is how we rocking. My channel is not like other people's channel. I'm not doing it like that. We show love over here. I show you love. You show me love. And that's just how we do it. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other way to it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other way to it. Realize. Who that? Realize. I remember this name. Who's Realize? I remember you. I remember your name. I've seen your name before. Most definitely seen your name before. Shout out to you, Queen. I mean, crap. Hood no good. Shout out to you, bro. Wax Dog in the building. Jalen Season in the building, man. It don't matter, blood. It don't matter. Call. I'm a street nigga. That's all that matter. From the streets, nigga. Straight up. That's all that matter, bro. That's all that matter. But yeah, though, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though, man. So we getting into a lot of this case, man. So if y'all into this case, man, and this is what y'all want, and I'm just getting into the case, so I'm not leaning my opinion, talking about this a rat, that a rat. I'm not doing that, bro. That shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? If anything come out to be that, then it'll come out to be that. Just like we seen in paperwork with Terry White. He ratted multiple times. He's snitching in the court and all type of shit. Yeah, nigga. It came out. It's proven. You know what I'm saying? He a rat. When we dealing with third party, you might have your inclinations. We have whatever. But if we ain't Cuffy or Cuffy family or somebody related to Cuffy, then we got to hold our little shits. But we could be leaning to whatever side you want to be leaning to. But, you know what I mean? Just hold your reservations, because if it's meant to be that, then it will be that. And you'll have your time to sing in the sun and call whoever you want a rat. But some of the people calling people a rat will be ratting soon. You know what I mean? Even if you never ratted before, nigga, you probably gonna get in a situation in the next couple of days and your ass going rat. And you talking about somebody a rat right now. So we gotta just hold our reservations when it comes to things. I'm telling you, bro. You gotta just, bro, you gotta chill, son. I'm telling you. Some of y'all be like, oh, he a rat, she a rat, they a rat. Okay, cool. Then you get booked up on some dumb shit, some petty crimes, some little petty larcenies or some dumb shit. You shoplifting and you snitching on the whole world for some shoplifting shit, and they got you on camera snitching. So, come on, bro. Stop. You know what I mean? Keep it real, yo. Keep it fucking real, yo. Hold up. Let me light my shit. Take one more pull of this roach, because I'm not rolling another one right now at all. Fuck that. Not rolling. But, yeah, yo. This is what this shit is about, bro. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Y'all drop likes. I wasn't even on y'all to drop likes. I should have been, because guess what? When I'm reading, I want y'all to drop likes. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all let everybody other chat, big chats dropping likes because y'all bad Cordy, because y'all followers. That's why the word follower, the button follow, is really for y'all. Some of y'all. It's for you. I think the button should be removed. I think it should be a support button. I think the words we use it creates the paradigms that we live in. The mind, the perspectives that shape our realities. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. You subscribe. Subscribe sound like some CUL last letter look like a cross type shit. Sound like to me. You know what I mean? You don't subscribe to nobody. You support who you want to support. You don't follow nobody. Sometimes you can't even follow your own self. I ain't gonna smoke cigarettes no more. You smoking again. So what the hell? Why are you following anybody else? That don't make no sense. You tell your kids don't follow nobody. So what the hell? Why you following anybody? So they put the button there because for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? Probably. I'm guessing. But you just gotta, you know what I mean? Subscribe to what you want to subscribe, but you know what I mean? Support what you want to support. That's how it is, man. Be who you want to be, bro. Be who y'all want to be, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? But I'm most definitely did some of that Rockstar 2800. I did an interview with Smokey's show. You know Rockstar 2800? Yeah, I did an interview with the Smokey Show, and he went into a breakdown. Rockstar 2800. You know, 2800 got into the mix-up with Nipsey brother. He got into the mix-up with Nipsey Hussle's brother in front of the Marathon Burger opening the other day. If you don't know and you're not privy, I'm just talking to the people that don't know, y'all. So yeah, we know. Relax, man. Chill. Goddamn. You act like everybody know what you know. So relax. It's a whole classroom of people, bro. People in the back of the class. Relax. But whatever. The whole marathon thing mix-up that happened at the burger spot. And they say he got marked out or whatever the case may be. He was marked out. Rock 2800 was marked out, whatever the case may be. Then he went on multiple platforms and made his thing. He went on academics and all that. He said he calling out Sam to the fade. He want the fade with Sam and all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? So supposedly he want the fade. You know what I'm saying? Have a blessed day, sister. You know what I'm saying? So supposedly he want the fade. Supposedly. And come to find out, this is what the story is. This ain't from me. It's from horses. I'm not a horse. I'm just a person on a farm. I keep telling y'all, I go to the horses' mouths to get the situation, though. That's what it is. I'm not a journalist, bro. So I'll bring the nigga, and you come tell me, and you come tell them, or I'll get the story from you, and then I'll say this is what he said, period. So it's not about my opinion. It's really not. So you got to talk to the motherfucker saying shit about you. That's it. I'm just an echo, motherfucker. Just an echo. You ain't got to talk to the nigga screaming, hey, 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 hey. You know what I mean? So boom. So come to find out now that Rockstar 2800, his shorty filmed the footage. I don't know if she didn't, I'm not saying she filmed it intentionally. I don't know, some people trying to say that. Whatever. Leave the sister alone, whatever. I think my own opinion is she probably filmed it because she catching a moment, her man, he did, big moment, Nips, burger spot, opening. You know what I mean? Just a vibe, bro. Just a vibe. Just my own personal thinkings. It's just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's any ill will there. Boom. So now, it come to find out that his shorty filmed the thing. So now he tries to push to sell it, right? He tries to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Get that? Yeah. Right? My bad. About to risk something in real life, right? Hey, nigga. Risk it. Don't play with me. I'm telling you. Kai homie. Kai homeboy. What's his name? D? Whatever his name is, bruh. Shout out to the young brother. He do his thing. But yo, Riz game is on Strong. Strong with a K, not strong with a T. Strong with a K. But yo, anyway, right? Boom. So look. So he contacts Smokey, the Smokey Show, right? Smokey spelled S-M-O-K-Y. He contacts Smokey Show and tells the Smokey Show, yo, you want to buy the footage? So Smokey like, buy what footage? Yo, I buy the footage, whatever. Smokey got contact through people, however it was. Rockstar 2800 allegedly, supposedly, but they saying it's facts because Smokey bought it, so it's no allegedly, supposedly. He bought it. You know what I'm saying? Smokey was on my channel. He bought the shit. So Rock was selling the footage for $1,000 of the Black Sam argument with him in front of the burger spot. I don't know why he would want to be selling this. Why would he want to be clout chasing this thing? Because Rockstar said he knows Nipsey since 13 years old. And I just don't understand what he's doing. Why is he doing these things? That's just my own thought. I don't know why. I don't know. But whatever. Boom. So he sells him the footage. He's trying to get $1,000 for it. I guess Smokey ends up haggling him down on the price and haggles him down to probably like $750. So he buys it for $750. Smokey buys the footage from Rockstar. Rockstar takes the footage. Why does he rush to sell it? Probably possibility that there's 1,000 people out there when that argument happened. Remember, we all seen it. And any one of those people could have uploaded this thing. So he probably tried to rush to go sell it to make $1 off of this thing real quick before it went out and everybody was going to make a thing of this thing anyway. That's my own thought. It makes sense to you, right? Good, because I'm a smart person. Thank you. So boom, so we can fill in our own blanks if we want to. So if I need to fill in blanks, I can do that in anything. So if I'm not giving you blanks, then understand I'm reserving my information in anything I'm talking about, because that's what we need to do. So boom now. So he does that. Then he goes on the platforms and he says all the things he's talking about it with every platform, da-da-da. While doing this, I guess he must I don't know if he threw Smokey under the bus or Smokey feels that he was thrown under the bus in some shape, form, or fashion. And Smokey like, what do you mean? Nah, you gotta tell the truth then. So I tell the real story what happened. Like I bought it, I'm getting mad flack, I'm getting mad flack. Salute y'all, Tyler, what up? The world of ragoos. Bless you, man, Jerry. Right? So boom. So he like, yo, so remember, so Smokey bought the footage. It's an interview I did yesterday too. Yeah, go look at the interview with the Smokey show. You're gonna see it on my channel. So go and watch this video too. Trust me, it's dope. It got a couple thousand views already too, right? So boom, right? So Smokey like, yo, I guess Smokey like, yo. Smokey sent me the messages too. You know, I ain't gonna post them shits like that, but I did read them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I read it. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna unleash everything he said, but the one part I will speak on. You know what I'm saying? The little one part. And I told Smokey I don't think he should post them either. Because we don't want to get into that level of we posting messages and getting mad gossip girly with the thing. You know what I'm saying? Son, that shit is just why. If you need to bust a gun with some information gun I'm talking about, not a physical gun. If you need to bust an information gun because people like on your back and they like, nah, and they lying all day, and then you got to back your proof and say, nah, we gonna drop receipts then. If y'all going this way, then you could drop receipts. But I don't think we just need to be just jumping out the window dropping receipts when you know the truth. And you know, just falling victim to what people are saying would make you drop receipts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should do that. Anyway, so boom. So he like, yo, but you can't just probably just go like take back what you said or some shit, like whatever, you know what I mean? What the hell happened? Nigga, it didn't go down like that. I'm getting ridiculed on Clubhouse, all type of shit. Niggas looking like I snitched, I did this, I set up, because Smokey dropped the footage first, right? But he bought the footage. So it's looking like Smokey came out the window, dropped the footage, and Smokey's looking like some whatever clout chaser, whatever. But really, if Smokey's whatever, which the only thing I see Smokey really guilty of is of a business deal. You know what I'm saying? The nigga bought some footage with that. Did he post this? Should he probably get involved with that shit? No, you should have left that shit alone. My personal opinion, but that's still a video. It had been out anyway, and Smokey bought it probably just to be the first one with the video, and that's it. Detailed video was a up close thing, bang, 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 and he probably be the first one. So whatever his intention, his thought, was his thought, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So now he like, yo, you should probably go back and say some of the things that you said on that wasn't that or something. You know what I mean? So Rock messages him and says, yo, listen, I'll go and clear up whatever you want me to clear up on your channel or wherever, but you got to pay me like $400 to clear it up. So he like, yo, bro, damn, son, what do you mean $400? Like, bro, first of all, I just paid you the $750, whatever, but like, bro, you can't just do it off the muscle, bro. This is what he says in the I'm just putting my little 1-2 on the first part, but I'm just saying, he said in the message, Smokey's response is, bro, you can't do that off the muscle, bro. You know I'm good for whatever, whenever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you called me, like, basically, you called me for this, nigga. You know I'd have had the $750 or whatever thousand you was asking me for, and I'd have paid it, which I ended up paying you $750. You know what I'm saying? So why you going like that? And anyway, why you acting like that when, one, this is about Nipsey. This is why this whole thing's happened. It's not about you personally. It's about Nipsey. This situation is bigger than you and bigger than Black Sam. This is about Nipsey Hussle and people disrespecting Nipsey. So Black Sam is only defending that. And you're involved because you didn't disrespect Nipsey personally, right? No, but it's higher than you. This is about Nipsey. So this is why you is being ridiculed in front of everybody, in front of the burger place. Because this is bigger than Black Sam, bigger than you, bigger than everybody here, bigger than me. Speaking about it right now, it's even bigger than that. It's bigger than me too. Don't think I'm special. It's up here. Makes sense to you? Makes sense to me. The fuck? So why would you not want to just go clear this up off the strength? Because you want some clarity to this whole situation, some clarity, right? Instead of doing all these other interviews and you looking like you clout chasing the situation and looking like you're trying to get a bag out of the situation. And it looked like you and this situation is not a clout chasing situation. After whatever y'all call it, a mark out, whatever, you know what I mean? When I seen it happen and shit, I was like, man, that shit's kind of crazy how it happened. But I'm just like, yo, that's his brother there. At first, when I initially seen him, my look at it was not that he got marked out. He was like, go get it cracking and come back. All that shit was crazy, though. When he said all that shit was wild. That shit is a meme in itself. That shit is like a fucking quote in itself. Go get it cracking and come back. Bro, like every crip around the world might use that shit. Nigga, go get it cracking and come back, bro. Every crip around the world. That shit was that impactful when the nigga said that shit. I was like, what the fuck? I never heard no shit like that. Nigga said, go get it cracking and come back, bro. Word, son. Dead ass, nigga. And the nigga's a neutral, they say. So, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He ain't even affiliated. So, that's even more impactful, nigga. That shit like some Malcolm he done hit the nigga with. Nigga hit the nigga with the Crip Malcolm. X type bops. You know what I mean? Word, son. Sam hit him with a Crip Malcolm X, bro. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Hit the nigga with a Crip Malcolm X. But boom, he hit him with the Crip Malcolm. Whatever had happened. But why would you not just want to clear it up? You know what I mean? In said audio while Rock is speaking, which I think he should have never spoke. I think after the, whatever y'all call it, a mark out, whatever. After that happened, I think he should have said nothing. If he did say something, I think he should have waited and then said something one time and then not spoke again. So when he did the Cam Capone, it wasn't too bad. I think that was a decent interview. I think I like that. I think I like that conversation better than any other conversation that he had. Academics was playing games, joking around like some jokey shit. And he just said F people in the LA fire, so I don't know why he went over there. And he's joking with you, making a mockery of the spirit of Nipsey as well. So he's also doing the thing, academics, that Sam is mad at right now. Even though Rock is on the channel saying to academic, nah, man, get out of here, God. Don't play with me like that. That ain't that. That ain't this. But he's still staying talking to this nigga. Why? Because he want to actually get some views, obviously. And he want to get his story out, obviously. But you got your own platforms. And this story's so viral that people are going to come to you and get your story. And your story is going to get shared by all of us anyway. So you don't got to go run to no academics when you could just think you're going to get the whatever 100,000 views one time with his channel. No, you're going to get the 100,000 views anyway. Because I'm going to get 1,000 on mine, on 2, 3, 4 videos. I'm going to get 2, 3,000. I got 5 on 1, 4 on 1. This nigga got bigger channels. They got thousands. Nigga, you got thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewership on your channel, on you. People are looking around you, looking at your name, something. So you don't need academics to achieve that. You see what I'm saying? He didn't need academics to achieve that. Didn't need them. So boom. So he doesn't go and clear it up. Wants to charge him, which is crazy. So Smokey goes out and starts speaking his truth. You know what I'm saying? So I did the interview with Smokey about that, and y'all could go check that out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of content that I'm creating, man. A lot of things I'm putting out. But yeah, man. This is what we doing, man. We staying up to date. We cooking up in real time. We outside. We doing what we doing. Everybody make sure we subscribe. Now, I ain't on the... What you on about, cuz? Nah, I ain't on about nothing, man. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm talking about MEECH, but I also updated you on some Rockstar because I just did a conversation with Smokey's show. And Smokey said Rockstar hit him, said he was trying to sell him that footage. And basically, only reason why you would be selling this footage is kind of trying to, make Black Sam seem bad or some shit in some way? He buys the footage. Then he tries to throw Smokey under the bus saying, this nigga Smokey show outed that shit. He the one who dropped the footage on me. But you was conspiring with Smokey. You the person that brought the thing to Smokey. So if this was a drug deal, you bought the drugs to Smokey. Smokey goes out, sells it, gets bagged because everybody's blaming Smokey now. But you the one who gave it to Smokey. And now you acting like Smokey bad, but you the one who gave it to Smokey. So you're complicit in the deal. So I don't know if Rock understood that. So when he's talking something bad about Smokey, he's only saying something bad about his own self because he's complicit. He's the one who had it filmed, and he's the one who sold it and actually received monetary gain from this thing. You tried to monetize Black Sam speaking up for the love of his brother. This is what you're guilty of right now, bro. You're guilty of this. You're guilty of monetizing Black Sam's pain. And the pain that you're monetizing is Nipsey Hussle. And Nipsey Hussle is the person you said you knew since 13 years old. And that's before you was even West Bully and he was even Neighborhood, you said. Out your own mouth. I don't know nothing. Just people say things out their own mouth. But Neighborhood and West Bully shouldn't even matter because y'all knew each other before that then, right? So why does it matter? So why would you say that the Neighborhood's first in line to supposed to do something for Nipsey before he tell you to go get it cracking when that's your man before y'all was even Neighborhood or West Bully? So does it even matter? No, the Neighborhood could jump up if they want to and be the first in line if they want to. But you could be the first in line if you want to, and anybody else that love Nipsey could be the first in line if they want to. But we ain't gonna point the finger at each other and say, nigga, you want to go first, you want to go first, you want to go first. No, we all supposed to be on go, and every one of us supposed to go first. That's it. We supposed to all relish in the opportunity to go first. If a person come from Australia, heard somebody talking about Nipsey Hussle anywhere online, and they end up seeing this person in the mall, wherever, and they came to the States from Australia, and they put the fixing on that person, hands and feet, before they probably even got locked up from Australia in America, then why would we be mad with this person? We say they did what they did, and they got what they got. Period. So it ain't about who's first in line to defend somebody that we all love. We all love this person. So when that person from Australia jump out the window and beat up somebody that did something for Nipsey, you know what we do? Salute. Because you did that for us. You did that for Nip. You know what I'm saying? Because we all love the person, bro. So you cannot separate and say who's supposed to go first and who's supposed to go last, brother. We're in a war, homeboy. Doesn't matter who's going first. We all in it. You get me? So, I don't know, bro. That's my own thoughts on some of that. I just think he should have just refrained from doing so many interviews and so many conversations, because sometimes when we talk too much, we put ourselves in situations and we tie ourselves up into shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what, it's not good, you know what I mean? We tie ourselves up into stuff, you know what I mean? So, okay, Detroit City in the building. All right, let me shout out my people in here that's in here, man. You know how we do it around. This is on go. Everything on go, we shout each other out. Detroit City 313 in the building. Kilo Cosby in the building. Billy Thornton in the building. I ain't on nothing, cuz. Yo, cuz, I ain't on nothing, cuz. What you on about, cuz? What you on about? Jerry Brennan, Tyler Josh, the world of Ragus, or Ragus. I'm gonna say Ragus, man. That's how they spell the tomato sauce where I'm from. Realize with the eyes and the real eyes with the word, with the mind. Like that. Saw your name before. Hood No Good in the building. He said, yo, you blood, homie? Or you Crip? But we don't disrespect nobody's sets, man. Everybody Crips. They ain't crap. They ain't this, ain't that. You know what I mean? Regardless of who the fuck I am or what I am, I grew up around Crips and Bloods. Multiple people. Spanish people in Spanish gangs. All kinds of people, bro. People are who they are. And if you a gang, then you understand the only gang understand gang. So we ain't got to disrespect nobody gang, especially if they ain't your personal ops at the moment. You got your own personal ops in a gang. You body blood or you Crip, but you know what I mean? You might beef with certain Bloods and Crips, or you might beef with them all. But you might be in a building one day and you might be cool with a Crip. I don't know. Sometimes life goes like that. You know what I mean? You might not be cool with all Crips, but you know what I mean? You might, I met one solid nigga and he was solid. Or y'all niggas got it on and was getting on. And then somehow throughout y'all getting on. Y'all niggas said, you know what, side? Or maybe one time you and the Crip nigga had to, or you a Blood nigga, had to get it on with some other niggas. Because y'all was in a building up north somewhere and the odds was against both y'all niggas, nigga. Y'all turned up, nigga, on some building. So it's all kind of situations of why we connect with each other, so we don't want to disrespect nobody gang, son. Not in my chat. And I don't want to clap y'all like terminate y'all out my chat, because you doing your thing, homie. I ain't knocking you. You just, you know what I mean? You just stating your own facts. Because your facts is your own facts, and your own truth is your own truth. So I can't knock nobody for their own truth. But what we trying to build and go is that we going to be on go together, bro. So if it ain't your personal op, then we just going to reserve our comment. We're going to reserve that. You know what I mean? We got a personal op. You see the nigga in the building, nigga, fuck off, nigga. You say what you saying. Nigga, period. I was on site with your op. You know what I mean? But we not going to disrespect a whole nation of people based upon certain people and certain ones and certain people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to diss a whole nation. You know what I'm saying? Like some niggas, like remember how Fabio Foreign and them niggas, or certain niggas that's from New York, they got beef with GDs, right? Because they Crips and they got beef with GDs, right? They from Brooklyn. So the GDs is from Ebbsfield. That's like 22 G's and all of them, right? And Fabio of them is from like 95th and all that, running down them ways. I mean, boom. So let's say he's beefing with folks, it's GDs or whatever. He's beefing with folks or whatever. He's beefing with the folks, BDs, GDs, whatever. He's beefing with the folks, GDs. So he's saying F folks, F folks, F folks. But he's really beefing with a set of folks. He's not beefing with every folk. And the folks are a nation, bro. Everything is their own nation, homie. So regardless if you like it or not, your shit is a nation too, right? So what the fuck? So I'm just saying, everybody got their own nation, homeboy. Everybody got their own flag that they, United States of America too. Everybody got their own flag that they waving, homie. The fuck, some niggas waving American flag. What the fuck? Your family probably even from America and you waving that flag. So let niggas wave whatever flag they want to wave. Keep it real, nigga. You waving American flag, nigga. Your family from another country right now, probably. You probably from another country too. But you America, America, America. You outside talking about Trump, 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 and you America, America. I get it. Be on your America, America, but think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro. Be smart. So everybody got their nation. So we not disrespecting nobody nation. So like I was saying, look, so he beefing with the one folks locally in Brooklyn that he beefing with. But look, when you dissing them folks, remember they all around the world. He go around somewhere else, some other city. Now you bumping into other folks now. They like, nigga, you said F this, F that, bro. He like, nah, nigga, I was talking about them niggas. Nah, nigga, you ain't talking about them. You talking about me too. Because you can't talk about my own thing if you're not talking about me. See how that works? How you gonna talk about my family and talk about me? You talking about me, you talking about my family. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Gangster shit. Yeah, everybody got their own shit though, bro. So we just gonna respect everybody's shit, bro. That's all we gonna do, bro. And that ain't a hard task for us to do. To respect somebody else's shit is to respect your own shit. That's all it shows me. It shows me you respect your own shit when you respect somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a person comes to your house and they take off their shoes and they do all those things because they already respect how they move probably in their own shit. That's why they come in your shit and move like that around your shit. And you even got to tell them, yo, take off your kicks, yo, it was raining outside or whatever. They already came, kicked off the kicks, boom, 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 boom. Because they know how to move in somebody else's thing or around someone else's thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn that. So we can't steer the youth from coming in here saying F this and F that. Then the young niggas be on that type stuff, bro. And they on some other type stuff. They ain't on the shit that the older guys is on, man. Them young guys is on some different type bops. You know what I'm saying? They smoking on dads and all types of wild activity, bro. That's just wild, son. That don't make no sense, bro. You feel me? So we don't need that. We don't need that, bro. Trust me. Gotta stay positive. Gotta stay positive. Positive gonna help us more. At least for right now. You know what I mean? We could get negative if we want to be, but you know what I mean? Right now, let's just do something powerful real quick. Let's do something bigger than ourselves, you heard? So y'all subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bells on, and make sure you're notified when I'm dropping new content, you heard? OOTA, OOTA, OOTA. You know the vibe, man. We always on what? On go. Facts.